Harbridge with My Living Organized. I have the pleasure every day of going into people's homes to help them get better organized through designing organizational storage systems that help them out. Now this is part 2 of a 4-part series on organization, and in this video I'd like to share with you a few ideas as to how you can do a purge of your child's closet with your child there, and even getting them involved and helping you in the process. I know, it sounds impossible, doesn't it? But it most certainly is not. Now, if you try to begin purging your child's bedroom or their closet without their buy-in of what's going on and what's taking place, then you'll be met with a lot of resistance, probably a lot of tears, and maybe even a few temper tantrums. So how do you get their buy-in? But better than that, how do you get your child to want to donate some of their things? I believe it begins with a conversation. I call it the did you know conversation. Did you know that there are kids out there just like you that only have one toy to play with? Right, just one toy. Ask them how that would make them feel if they only had one toy to play with. Sad, bored, probably. Ask them how many toys they think that they have. 50? 300? And of those 300 toys, do they think they can find some toys and books that they don't play with anymore that they might like to give to a child to make them happy? Would they want to do that? Hopefully that conversation works. But if you need a little bit more reinforcement, you can always play a couple of YouTube videos of less fortunate children, and hopefully that'll tug at the heartstrings. Now this activity not only is good for you, but it's also good for your children. For you, of course, it gives you the buy-in and the support and a little bit of help that you're going to need to do what you got to do and make the purging process as painless for you as possible. But for your child, it also helps them understand how lucky they are to have the things that they have. And it teaches them unselfishness and sharing and letting go. All very good life lessons. Now, if this feeling of gratitude and of unselfishness is instilled in children at a young age, there's a lesser likelihood that they will grow up with that awful sense of entitlement that is running rampant through the younger generations. So you will be raising a very decent human. Let your child decide where they'd like to donate their things. Let that be their decision. Whether that's a church or a children's hospital or a homeless shelter, food for tots, Goodwill, an orphanage, women's shelter, all very excellent options. But let them choose where they would like to donate their things. And when the time comes, make the trip together to go and drop off their things. So you're involving them in the whole entire process. Remember, when you're donating items, don't donate anything that you would consider as trash. Just donate the things, clothes, toys, books included, that have a lot of life left in them. So once you get your child's buy-in and they're all excited to go around the house and fill up their bin with things that they can give to kids to make them happy, take that time to go into their bedrooms and do the initial closet purge. Now immediately you can take out any item that's ratty, that's stained, that's damaged, that's too short, that's too tight, that's not worn anyways, and you can get them right out of the closet right away. And don't forget to purge their shoes and their underwear and their socks. A lot of people overlook those things. And once your child returns with the bin that they're so proud that they filled, you know, lots of loves and kisses and I'm proud of you, now you can start a fun game of dress up, where you pass your child items of clothes that you'd like for them to try on to see if they still fit or to see if they look nice and determine whether it's an item that will be donated or kept or pitched. So make that a really fun game. You know, kids are great that way. They will do just about anything if you turn it into a really fun game with lots of laughs and lots of hugs and lots of kisses and lots of attention from mommy or daddy. So that will be a fun part of your purge fest. So once you're done purging your closet, now it's time to remove all of the off-season clothes from the closet. A lot of people keep all of their season's clothes in the closet, and they can't find anything, and it just looks like a big old mess. I suggest that you do your closet rotations in 2 seasons or 2 rotations. You have your spring summer together and you have your fall winter together. I'm a very organized person, and I won't even tackle the 4-season rotation. That's just way too much. So you can keep it down to 2. Remember, if you have children that are under the age of 14, you'll have to likely purge a lot of their things because the stuff that fit them this season will unfortunately not fit them next season. But do be selective and keep in mind that smaller t-shirts will definitely fit and are perfect to be worn under sweaters in the fall or the winter. So use your discretion. You know your child the best. So here's the question, where, oh where do we put our off-season clothes? And that depends on your available space and the setup of your home. Under the bed or under the couch storage containers? They're beautiful. Space-saving bags? Excellent. Bins? Great. My personal favorite are wardrobe boxes with a little hanging rod. Oh, I love those things. I wish I had invented those things. They're beautiful. They have increased the joy in my life substantially, and it makes rotating your seasons of clothes so much better and easier and more fun and painless and all the rest of it. Can't say enough good about wardrobe boxes, so if you do have the space to accommodate, I highly recommend that you get them. So now we've removed all of the off-season clothes from the closet. Now it's time to organize the stuff that's still there. Now remember, in our previous video, I went over grouping like items with like items. So keep all the pants together and the t-shirts together and the school uniforms together in one area. And this goes for not only the closet, but also the drawers. And then you'll want to label each of the spaces, especially if you have a child that does the laundry or if you're lucky and you have a housekeeper that does the laundry. Labeling the spaces in the closet and on the drawers will just ensure that your organized clothing system will remain an organized clothing system. So I do hope that you've learned a couple of things from this video and it's helped you out a little bit. In my next video, I'll go over great ways to organize playrooms and children's rooms and toys. I love the next video. And the last video is on conversations that will need to be had with your family, especially if you're just embarking on this new organized way of living, as well as organizational systems and some family rules that will need to be employed in order to ensure that your newly organized household stays that way. So thank you for watching and good luck.
That was fun. Check us out!